What's up, everybody? Today we are talking about steaming. A lot of people find steaming really helpful when preparing to sing. Some believe that steaming is the only way to get moisture straight to the level of the vocal folds because in theory you are inhaling the water vapor and it's going straight onto your vocal folds, right? However, science is not yet clear about whether there's actually an increase in the rate of hydration when steaming versus drinking water or liquid the traditional way. The way that the body hydrates the vocal folds is by taking in the water or liquid that you drink, and it gets moved into the bloodstream, and the bloodstream carries it to your vocal folds. So it's likely that drinking water or liquid in the traditional sense is still going to be the most effective way to hydrate. However, what steaming most likely does do is this. When you inhale the water vapor, that moisture is probably going to dilute and thin the mucus that is on your vocal folds. Remember that we've always got mucus on our vocal folds and in our vocal tract, but that mucus is going to get thicker when we're sick, when we're dehydrated, or when we're fatigued or vocally injured. This can also happen due to certain foods and other lifestyle conditions, which we'll address in another video. And when that mucus or phlegm is thick, it can make singing more difficult or even disrupt the singing process entirely. And so when we inhale water vapor, that water vapor probably makes that mucus a little bit thinner. This can give the impression that we are more hydrated, when in fact it's actually just relieving the symptoms of hydration without necessarily actually hydrating you. So whether or not you are more hydrated or it relieves the symptoms, either way, it gets the gunk off your vocal folds, and that is super helpful. If you are going to steam, it's important to keep a couple of things in mind. The most important thing is to be careful of heat. Many people will use these Vicks drugstore steamers, which are super cheap and you can find them pretty much anywhere. And these will work pretty well. However, it's important to understand that these function at high heat, and high heat is going to swell the vocal folds. If you are going to steam with a steamer that uses high heat, then make sure that you don't sing immediately after. So you're going to want to wait about 2 to 3 hours before singing after using a steamer with high heat. It will take some time for the swelling in the vocal folds to decrease so that you are not putting yourself at risk for vocal injury. A lot of people will use a steamer like this before they go to bed so that it gives time for the vocal folds to recover overnight and for the inflammation to go down. Now, the ideal situation is to find a steamer that has a temperature control, the most common of which is the MyPureMist. The MyPureMist steamer and other ones like it have a temperature control that allows you to lower the heat level when you're steaming. This is going to be a lot safer for singing shortly after steaming than a steamer that has a high heat level. The downside of the MyPureMist is that it is more expensive and they are known to break relatively easily. However, if you can get your hands on one, a lot of people find them really beneficial because you can steam and then sing pretty shortly after. Of course, there are still old school methods of steaming, such as inhaling the steam from a shower in the bathroom, or even pouring hot water into a bowl and putting your face over it as you inhale the steam. Again, the most important thing is just to be careful of heat. Anything that really is steaming hot is probably going to inflame the vocal folds. So make sure you're either trying to steam at low temperature if you can get a device that can do that, or if you're going to steam at high temperatures, give your vocal folds some time to decrease in swelling before you sing. So, armed with these guidelines, maybe give steaming a try and figure out if any of these methods work for you. Good luck and happy steaming.